So this is the second of those videos I told you I'd be doing today from up in Petoskey, Michigan. Again, if you've never been to this area, it's absolutely beautiful. And it's one of the great things about traveling is getting to see all kinds of sites, especially here in the United States. There's just so many different types of places to go see, and with all different kinds of beauty and all different kinds of climates. But we're enjoying our time up here, and this morning I enjoyed something that happened to me. So I went to a coffee shop, and I get in line behind a gentleman who then, after he places his order, he steps to the area where you pick your coffee up. And then I place my order, and I have my credit card ready, and the girl behind the counter says, so the gentleman in front of you paid for the next few people's coffee, so you're all good. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. And I went over, to wait for my coffee. I thanked the man, talked to him a little bit. He was also visiting up here. He's from Ohio, and he spends every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in the summers here. He has a place, and a very cool thing to do. And obviously, he's done just fine for himself. I believe he's probably retired. And I thought, that concept of paying it forward is such a special thing. And it's something we all really should try to do in various ways. Those who have the means, and especially financially, I love when they consider that concept and try to help others. Here's a guy, he doesn't know who's following him. He doesn't know any of our financial situations, and that's not why he did it. He did it because it's a good thing to do. It's nice to buy a cup of coffee for a few different people. And I imagine the guy does other things like this. I don't know the man. But imagine the image I have of him now as being a person like that. He may do zero in terms of contributing to charity and things like that. I doubt it, but he may. But that's not my image of the guy, because the guy paid for a cup of coffee for me. And I don't know however many more people behind me were going to get theirs. Now, how tough was that for him? What did he throw down? $25, $30? And I thought, I do okay for myself. My wife and I are fine. We're not wealthy by any stretch of the imagination, but we do fine for ourselves. I can afford to pay for that cup of coffee, and I could also afford to do what that man does. Occasionally I could do that type of thing as well, and yet I don't do that nearly enough. Now, I think that I've paid it forward in a variety of other ways, but I don't do that type of thing. And it's like, gosh, that man made me feel so good. And like I said, it's not like I needed him to do that. And yet I feel great. I felt great about that. And I felt great about that man. And then it sparked a conversation with somebody who I wouldn't have said a word to that guy. And I thought, what a great concept, this concept of paying it forward. Those of us who are coaches, those of us who are teachers, we look at it, I said it earlier, I kind of feel like I've paid it forward quite a bit through the years. Well, that's where I feel I have. I've poured into the lives of young people for the last 40 years. And so, yeah, I'm paying it forward because I'm helping young people try to have a better life and try to enjoy the experience that they're having in their athletics, or try to learn something about, whether it's teaching English or just life. And so that's a way of paying it forward. And I like that concept, And so this guy has paid it forward in the most simple of ways by buying a cup of coffee for a few people. How many of us would do that? How many of us do that on a consistent basis? And again, I'm not talking about the kind of paying it forward that those of us who are teachers and coaches do, but taking that next step and doing the same thing, or volunteering at a shelter of some sort, or whatever it might be. And so when you consider the concept of paying it forward, which is a great concept, make sure you realize there's a lot of ways to do that. We need to all try and do that as much as we can to help our world be a better place and to help people have a better existence in it. Like those of us who teach and coach do that for our kids, we need to all try and do that for other people as well. So thanks to the man who bought me the coffee today, but more importantly, thanks for the lesson that he taught me, that there is this good in this world and in our country, and we can really, really spread those types of lessons and that type of love real easily. We just got to make the effort. Talk to you again next time.